up, Wolfpack? It's Jay Roberts, another Behind the Mic. Today, the champ is here. TJ Dillashaw, Bantamweight UFC Champion of the World. What's up, my man?
What's going on, man?
Man, just happy you're here, man. Excited. Sacramento is on fire this week. The electricity is in the air.
Yeah, man, it's been exciting times for me as well. I mean, for me and my team, you know, we got a lot of great UFC fighters at Ultimate Fitness down in downtown Sacramento, and it's been a good time to bring a belt back down to Sac because I've gotten a lot of love from it, a lot of support, and it's gonna be real exciting to fight on Saturday in front of all of them.
Man, Barao, Dillashaw, part due.
Never trust the odds.
Never trust the odds. I don't know where they would have gotten that idea. Slight odd difference the first round.
Yeah, exactly.
Team Alpha Male, also brown belt in Bang Muay Thai.
Yep.
I know you're extremely happy about that. Got to get a shout out to Ludwig.
Yeah, exactly.
Want to talk about the last fight. One of the most important thing, or one of the most telling things that I heard about the last fight was from Joe Rogan. I think it sums it up. Joe's seen a million fights. He's seen everybody fight. His quote was, "That was the greatest performance I've ever seen in my life. You surpassed all expectations tonight with this performance. That was just stunning. That was incredible. TJ, this is one of the finest performances I've ever seen. The best performance." He just keeps going on.
Yeah.
Somebody like Joe Rogan, who I know that you look up to and you're buddies with, says something like that. He said it right after the fight and never backed off of it.
Yeah.
You hear stuff like that from guys like that in the sport and in the industry. What's something like that mean to you, man?
That was probably the biggest compliment I got from the fight, and especially because when it happened, it was just that's someone you look up to because he knows so much about the sport and he loves it. He's into it. He's watched so many fights, like you said, and it just meant a lot to hear it come from him.
One of the things I thought was kind of funny. I guess you didn't get the memo. You were an underdog. This was your first title fight. You should have been tense. You were supposed to be intimidated by Barao. You were supposed to, be scared. Did your email down that week or something like that? Because you went into that fight completely loose, fluid. You were cool, calm, collected. I mean, what was going through your mind as you took the fight on short notice? Going through your mind leading up to that, what was the mindset? Was it just
to have fun, man? I mean, I've learned the last couple fights. I've grown so much as a fighter just to have fun. I used to put so much pressure on myself of getting in there, finishing the fight fast, getting out, and getting the victory, and real nervous about it. I still get nervous for fights, but you kind of soak it all up and enjoy the whole moment. People would pay tons of money to be in my situation, to walk out and have the entire stadium cheering for you and to be in the spotlight. And so I just learned to enjoy what I do, enjoy the walkout, instead of blocking the crowd out while you're in the octagon, absorb it, see what's going on around there, and just kind of let loose and have fun.
Nice. All right, fights aren't normally known for their one-liners.
Yeah.
There was 2 or 3 one-liners from that last fight. I just want to know which one was your favorite. There was when Rogan asked you about the epic punch from the first round, where you basically took Barao's head off. My Bang Muay Thai is tight. That was just perfect. Then there was you're gonna throw a spinning round kick right now. I think it was something along those lines. When you said it to Barao and then realized he doesn't speak English.
Yes, exactly.
And started laughing in the middle of your fight. And then there was the exchange between you and Ludwig in the corner. Give him a seminar, we won't even charge him for it.
Man.
So I want to know which one of those 3, because all those just made me laugh my off. What was the best one?
That's tough to choose from because they're all amazing. I think the funniest to me is when Dwayne came into my corner in the 5th round. I hadn't seen him smile all week long because he's been so nervous for the fight, and more nervous than I was. And he finally sits down in between the 4th and 5th round, and he just kind of, with a big smile on his face, he's like, "Hey man, all you gotta do is move your feet, touch, pull, and return. And we're gonna give him a free seminar out there. We won't even charge him. It's free." And to me that was just kind of like, all right, we're joking around, we're having a good time. Like, this is it, man. Like, just kind of like he knew that I had the fight won, and that just kind of not even put the pressure on the 5th round for me. Kind of made me relax and just go out there and do the exact same thing.
You got married like what, a month after?
Yeah.
Saw the pictures. Beautiful wife Rebecca.
Yep.
Pictures. She's got her bouquet. You've got the UFC title on your shoulder. Awesome pictures.
Yeah.
I got to ask you, was she happier that you won the fight, or that you dominated it so much that your face wasn't going to be messed up in the wedding pictures?
Probably that my face wasn't messed up. You know, I mean, she was stoked. Don't get me wrong, she's stoked that I won the fight. But like, we even talked about that too. It's like, oh, hopefully I'll go in there without being beat up too much going into the fight. You have stitches or a black eye. You know, even the fights you win, you end up getting stitches or something. Yeah. You know, but this one just worked out perfectly for me. Healed up fine, and it's funny. I did take the belt to my wedding because I told everyone in the media that I was going to show it off at my wedding. So
if I got one of those, I'd be wearing it to McDonald's. Man. I ain't gonna lie. I'd be walking around town just, hey, how you doing?
You just always wearing your belt?
Yeah, I just wouldn't even have a regular leather belt anymore. I'd install some suspenders.
Some big old belt loop for your pants. Yeah.
All right, UFC 177 this Saturday night, like we said, and it's come out. Barrow's got a whole new game plan. I guess the game plan from last time. His new game plan is don't get hit in the first round and forget how to fight.
There you go.
So
it's a good game plan.
I don't quite understand that was his excuse for losing. Is I got hit really hard.
Yeah.
Like I think you said, I think that's the point of the UFC. I think that's the point of fighting is to hit somebody hard so they don't know what they're doing.
Exactly. I kind of laughed about the excuse, but I mean, obviously, you got to create some reason why he lost. He hadn't lost in 10 years, and so he's going back and thinking, what the heck happened as well, you know? And to him, it's me rocking him in the first round, you know? So it is an excuse, but it's also just letting everyone know that he got hit really hard, you know? And like you said, that was the whole point.
Had a couple questions for some listeners too. Mm-hmm. On the whole game plan idea, David Jamison asked you, are you doing anything different with this camp versus last camp?
Yeah, absolutely. Always adding things to my game. I got to get better. The only way I'm going to hold on to the belt and continue to be a champion and become a big household name in the sport is by getting better. And by getting better, you got to add new things to the game and switching my game plan up to keep him guessing. You know, I can't let him figure me out like I did the last fight. You know, I got to maybe take him to the ground. Keep him guessing on what I'm going to do and keep my ankles going.
All right. Now, one thing that I know a lot of people don't understand about fighting, whether it's wrestling or UFC or boxing, but it seems to be a big thing in wrestling, or especially in wrestling and now in the UFC. Like I was talking to my fiance the other day. She gets mad when she sees fighters and they're in their fourth, fifth round and they're getting gassed and they're like laying around, and she's that person that I can't stand watching the fight with. Yeah. Like, why aren't they doing more? I'm like, you go try to wrestle for 2 minutes and tell me you can do more. But one thing that a lot of people don't realize is that what's your fighting weight is 135, correct? Yeah. Bantamweight 135. What is your walking around weight?
Probably 155.
155.
Yeah.
So you walking around weight, for those of you who don't know, is what he's gonna walk around at. That's what on a couple months before the fight when you're training, walking around at 155 pounds. The day before the fight, the weigh-ins, the reason they do them the day before the weigh-in is he has to be down to 135 pounds to make the fight. So the week leading up to that, obviously it's not like, okay, I'm 155 on Monday. Yeah. By Thursday or Thursday and Friday, I'm going to be down to 100. I know it's a gradual thing. Something like that. She was asking me, what is like your diet leading up to the week of? Like, are you drinking like pineapple and eating ice chips this week, or what's your diet like leading up to the fight?
I always eat super clean, just a lifestyle in general. Obviously I take a couple weeks after each fight and binge and do what I need to do to get all of the stuff I haven't eaten, cheat a little bit. But my diet's always super healthy. The only thing I change fight week is I eat a whole lot less sodium and kill the water. I drink a lot of water. Even though it's going to put weight on me, it comes off a whole lot easier. When I start working out, I just sweat ridiculous amounts of weight off. And you just lose the last 12 to 15 pounds in water weight for the most part. I mean, you do eat a little bit less calories and you'll lose a little bit of weight that way, but it mainly comes down to losing water weight because I'm as lean as I possibly could be at this point. And
so am I.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lose any more fat in like 3 days. So it all just comes down to losing the water weight.
So Saturday night you step into the ring. Roughly, what are you going to be weighing in at? The difference.
50, 52 probably, something like that.
Wow.
Yeah.
Go from 135 back up to 52.
Yeah.
Jeez.
Yep.
One thing, going back to the last fight a little bit, because we have another question regarding it. The last round, fifth round, the championship round, you dominated the fight. You had no reason to go in there and do anything but essentially dance around and run, essentially. All you could have done, you could have played it safe, you could have been, I've got this fight won. There was no way that that could have gone to cards and not.
Yeah.
I know a lot of people don't like going to cards. You didn't do that.
No.
You went in there and treated it like it was the first round, and oh yeah, you knocked him out.
Yeah.
Got a question. Josh Day wants to know, what's your favorite way to finish a fight? If you had to choose, like submission or knockout, obviously not judges' cards, we figured that out.
Probably the knockout, just because of the fact I've gotten so addicted to my stand-up and my kickboxing. But a submission feels great too, to have someone actually tap out and lose the fight by will. You know, when you knock someone out, it's kind of like they have no choice in the matter. You know, you just get to steal the win from them. But when, so I don't know, that's a tough question. I mean, I like finishing any way, because a submission, you do get to hold on to a choke or an armbar, and they have to either verbally tap or tap out on the mat. It's just kind of like, all right, man, you got it. You know, like saying uncle. You know, my dad used to pick on us as a kid and hold us down in wrestling moves, and we couldn't give up until we called uncle. You know, it's kind of like the same thing.
All right, TJ Dillashaw, Bantamweight UFC Champion, UFC 177, Dillashaw versus Barao, Part 2. It's gonna be electric. It's gonna be amazing. Hometown boy, TJ Dillashaw, man, thank you so much for coming by. Thank you for giving me the fight of the year. I just watched it again the other day. If you haven't watched the last fight, find it, do it, buy it. It's epic. You will scream like a little girl when you see him hit Barao in the first round. No spoiler shit. Thank you so much, man. Best of luck to you. Representing Sacramento, representing UFC.
Thank you,
man.
Appreciate it, man. Thank you so much.
Once again, this is Jay Roberts behind the mic, 1019 The Wolf, with the champ, TJ Dillashaw.